Ladies and gentlemen, the Dapper Dividends YouTube channel would proudly like to welcome you, and sponsored by the one and only Spatula City, where they're open till midnight and you can get the 10th spatula for just a penny after you buy 9. We present you Russ from Dapper Dividends. Well, hello everybody. How's it going? Thanks for welcoming me back, and I'm welcoming you back. Silly, right? You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Kramer on Seinfeld. I don't know how many of you all watch Seinfeld, but Mr. Kramer never entered the same, never entered the Jerry's apartment. You see, I can't do too many things at once. I think this is a symptom of getting older, is trying to turn my live stream on my phone with the volume down because I can't. Anyway, what's going on? All you cicada-loving lunatics out there, who's got cicadas by them? We sure do. I tweeted out a picture from my front yard once this afternoon. Okay, brain, let's focus. So we're going to talk investing, dividend stocks, what you bought, what you sold, what I sold, what you did. Just all that good stuff. As you can tell, my brain is still getting with it. We got some news, couple dividend cuts to get to. And yeah, I don't know if you all get the newsletter. If you don't, why not? Sign up for it. It's free. You can also listen to the podcast that I am doing. And little bit of news around here. We got a washing machine that's dying. It's like 13 years old. It's a Samsung, and God rest its soul. It's pretty much on its deathbed. We're about to read the last rites. Have a priest come in and give it the old, we're gonna give it the heave-ho. So it decided to go out around Memorial Day, which could be a good time to buy appliances. And yeah, so with that being said, I'm gonna say hello to all of you people as I open this and get myself set up here. So Kevin, what's up? We got the portfolio activity for you. Frank, Jim, Steve, we're not passing out dividends. Hopefully I'm not passing out. Not yet, at least. Memorial Day weekend next week. I'm going to try to do the live stream. We'll see. Could be a little tight. Might have to do it Monday because for those of you that follow, a friend of mine, as we get a cicada crawled in my throat. We go to Indianapolis for the Indy 500. My friend Andy, his aunt, our good friend Andy, his aunt lives down in Indy, and yeah, it's just a whole big long weekend thing. We go on Saturday, camp out in her yard. It's kind of fun. Like everybody, just whoever wants to go, you bring a tent, you pick a spot in the yard, and then the next day is the Indy 500. So we'll all go to that, and then I jet back home. So we will see if I'll make it. If not, I'll give a heads up, and we will do this on Monday night probably if y'all are around. So. Also, Matt, I think I asked if you were the PBR guy, the Petrobras Brasil, because there's a little bit of news on them, and I'd like to get your take on it. And, oh, dude, who was that? I can't feel my face when I'm with you, right? Was that The Weeknd? Do I know that? How do I know that? I'll tell you. I know that because I have young baby children. Not so young anymore, but well, to the 37 of you that are here and hanging out, we're going to get a few more stragglers on the door. I'll give it one more minute and then we'll pop on some news. Good, Matt. I have some news for you. Also, hey, Janice, John, burn survivor, you're all here. The gang's all here. Like, what was that Stephen King movie? Remember where they were come up from Milford? I miss that movie. Sometimes they come back with the greasers from the 50s and that hot. Oh, dude, what a great movie. They kept coming back. This is, I forget their names. He just transferred in from Milford. Milford was the cemetery where they were all born. You know, a lot of Stephen King's books, the movies and the television shows weren't that great. Why? Because the theater of your mind, the imagination, which is one of the reasons I've got this little shindig right here, called Writing Tools by Roy Peter Clark. I'm taking a writing course. Whoa, what happened there? Come on, focus, baby. And I want to be a better writer, a better communicator. I plan on doing this for a long time. The welding and stuff I do Physical, it's hard on the body. I can't do that forever, but I hope your face will start feeling again. Okay, we got Greg B still. I'm getting caught up to you y'all. We're gonna do the news. Oh, look at this, Janice. You confused me because I'm drinking a chai black tea from Aldi brand tea. Yes, you people. Yeah, you're my people, though. I love it. We're all the same kind of people around here. What does he mean? I don't know. He's just talking. So, cicadas, that's a great name for I don't know if there's any like minor league baseball teams. I know we've got the Savannah Bananas. That's a cool one. Jackalopes, dingoes, and a few chupacabras. Oh, those chupacabras, man. Look out for those chupacabras. Oh, that's actually, that would be fun. That's a great idea. Maybe I will think about doing that. It would have to be from my cell phone, obviously, because, yeah, I'm not walking around with my MacBook holding it like that and holding this microphone. It would be rather cumbersome. So, all right, you guys are here. Let's get to some news, and I'm gonna remember who I left off on. I'll remember I left off on UB still, and oh, dude. Yeah, we got to get you back on, Craig, man. I enjoy having you on. So, oh, by the way, talking about the 80s, we still haven't watched your movie yet. Someday we will, I promise. But one of my friends strongly recommended Cobra Kai. Because we grew up in the 80s together, so he keeps telling me. So I think that's what we might have to watch that. So I will leave off with you. Let's go do some news. And so sit back, relax for a few minutes. Remember, I can't see the chat when I'm doing this because I'm not that sophisticated. So I'm going dark to what you guys are doing and saying and talking about. And we pick up with where we left off. Well, we left off with Bristol Myers. Simply Safe Dividends is where this is from. They refreshed their outlook on PepsiCo. We still have those 100 shares of them. They have a dividend safety score of 93. Again, we'll go through these quick, so if you want to see something a little more in-depth, pause it. This was the big bad news of, unfortunately for 3M investors. Could be good. Oh, hold on. I got to change this. You got to have more real estate for what I'm talking about here. All right, here we go. So, yeah, 3M cut their dividend 54%. Solventum, which is the spinoff, the consumer healthcare spinoff, they are not paying a dividend right now. They want to focus on some of the debt that they were burdened with. So, yeah, if you got Solventum shares, no dividend as of right now, sometime in the future probably. And then 3M cut their dividend 54%. So say goodbye to that Dividend King crown. And this is one more lesson for all y'all watching. To hell with Dividend Kings, aristocrats, contenders, dividend knights, dividend challengers. I don't care about any of that. It's nice. It's a fun thing to say, especially for us, YouTubers to say, hey, 3 undervalued dividend kings or whatever. Anytime that dividend can be cut, the board can elect to cut it. A new CEO can come in. The survivability and the longevity of the business is always going to be first and foremost, as we see with 3M. So they cut that dividend, probably good for the business, bad for dividend strict investors. So they cut the dividend. Northrop Grumman, though, ticker NOC, Grumman, they lifted their dividend 10%. So that's Northrop Grumman, kind of in the lines with Lockheed Martin. Another cut. Oh, as we said on the podcast, I should have had it queued up. If you remember Scream, when they were stabbing each other, Billy and I don't remember Matthew Lillard's character, but he's, you cut me too deep, Billy. Man, I'm bleeding here, man. Yeah, this is a Scream slasher flick deep cut right here with Cracker Barrel. 81%. Ouch, but we saw it coming. Simply Safe saw it coming. We talked about it on a live not too long ago. But yeah, they got, and this is one thing to remember, and they pointed out, they have a new CEO who's growth-oriented, looking to stabilize the business and restore faith in the quintessential brand. So there we go. You see it plain as day. New CEO said, don't really care about the dividend. We want to get this business back on track, and we need more cash to do that. So that's what they're doing there with good old Cracker Barrel. So could be an interesting time if you believe in the business long term. Brookfield Infrastructure, don't know much about them. They reaffirmed their safety score of 65. They also refreshed their outlook on IBM. They have a dividend safety score of 65 as well. And almost last, they didn't put the Realty Income in here. Realty Income raised their dividend 2.1%. I'm sure Monday, they'll probably have this in, but they also reaffirmed the Smuckers, JM Schmuckers, which acquired Hostish, is 80 safety score for that. And then what I want to show Matt, we'll do Matt then the week ahead, and then I got to show you guys what I bought. But this is from the Bear Cave. Really cool. They show activist reports, resignations, and tweets of the week. I didn't put a link, but just Google the Bear Cave. You'll find it. But Clavio, like this is all new stuff. They'll put some short report information, summarize it for you. But Matt, this is one thing that caught my eye right here was that, and I don't know this other one, Berkshire Hills Bancorp. I don't know if they are related to them, but anyway, to our Berkshire. But the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, the CEO and CFO of Petrobras were both removed from their positions after a little over a year. And Petrobras has had 8 different CEOs, 4 different CFOs, and 4 different board chairs in the last 5 years. And I'm going to be curious to hear what your opinion or if you know about that. I mean, 8 CEOs right there. 8 different CEOs in the last 5 years. Sounds wild to me. Wild and wacky. We're going to do what I bought here. I should have hit open this up so it's a little bit cleaner and meaner and I can zoom in. Hey, there's Vitaly Katzenelson. Good. I would recommend subscribing to his newsletter. I like the dude. I covered about why I sold Altria. Check this chart out here since I got it up. This is very concerning. Cigarette sales in the United States are down 70% since 1980 and over 50% since 2000. Eek. That's something of concern. But so I shared a few things in this about Altria, and again, all for free. I love it. I shared also that Altria's 10 years earnings per share is up 91%, the EPS, but their total sales, which has been declining since 2021, are only up 15%, and shares have been reduced 11%. So interesting there, but let's get to what I did here. Dividends I received last week, $55.80 from AbbVie, $51.50 from Enterprise Products Partners, $51.40 from Realty Income. These are all monthly. Realty Income, $36 from Main Street Capital, and $15 from Agree Realty. And then that's the dividends received. And then the stock sold. Those 100 shares of Altria at $44.47. We sold a call option. If anybody wants to know, ask it and we'll get to it. And then what I bought, 8 shares of Starbucks, $75. 2 shares of Agree Realty at $60.33. 1 more share of Vici. So one of the Agree shares and one of the Vici shares were bought with dividends. How cool is that? From Maine, Realty Income, and ADC. And then popped up big this week. Harrow Incorporated, ticker HROW, bought 4 more shares of Harrow. So that's that. And then the I did it. The very last thing is the Seeking Alpha, the week ahead. My gosh, I can't apparently work how this goes. Really quickly, NVIDIA is going to have earnings. Y'all got to watch this because they are priced so sky high, they call it price to perfection. If they even kind of go inline on earnings, oh no, I didn't. I did it again. You see, I looked down at my phone. I know you guys are probably saying it in there. Okay, I'm going to go back and just show you that chart from Statista. I'm sorry, hey, crap happens here, you know what I mean? But, Oh, well, you got to look at that Smuckers thing. You probably read it 12 times. Good for you. So Nvidia has their earnings, and that also we're going to get reports from Macy's, Target, Lowe's. I know, Jim, you're anticipating some weaker numbers from Lowe's, and you got out ahead of that. Yeah, so Lowe's is on Tuesday. Nvidia is on Wednesday. TJX companies, they're interesting. That's one, if they ever took a big drop, I'd like to look at them. And I think that's about, oh, TD. It's going to be interesting for TD on Thursday. So that's that. But then here, so little inside baseball here. I'm used to just switching over to whatever, and I have to click a little thing, they should make it bigger for us older people, where it says share this tab instead. That's what happened. So, hey, if you don't like it, I'll get better. I'm learning here. But there's what I bought. You heard about it. And I was showing you guys this. I was the only one seeing it. There's the dividends I received. And then, I'm stupid talking about all this. And I'm sure you're going to say, yeah, we can't see it, man. And that's probably one of the problems about, anyway, not being able to see your guys' comments here. But last thing here, and then I'm gonna talk with all y'all. Here's that chart I shared about the cigarettes. Down 70% since 1980, over 50% since 2000. And yeah, we can talk about that in a minute. So I'm gonna get back now. My goal here, take a sippy sip, get caught up with you guys. Yep. did Razor Dividend. And I was thinking of this, I forget his name from, if you don't know Spatula City, it's from UHF with Weird Al Yankovic. Movie came out when I was a kid. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, so if it was a city, I would, but unfortunately it's a store, kind of like Speaker City, which was, who worked at Speaker City? I don't remember. I know that was a fictional company. It was from a movie, right? Or a TV. No, it was a movie. But yeah, if you want to look up a stock, throw it in the notes, throw it up in the notes or in the chat, whatever the hell this is. You know, I wish I could do a live poll. I was watching the dudes I was on with Cash Flow Kings last night. I threw theirs on for a minute and they had a poll going, which was cool, like a live poll. So yeah. Oh, we talked about raise their dividend. Yeah, Shamir, you got out of 3M. Does anybody else still holding 3M? Do you think this is a good time to get into 3M because they're going to have a lot more cash to do things with? Thou shalt not chase yields. Hell yeah, man. I agree. Cracker Barrel thing went. What about other restaurants? McDonald's went down a little bit. They're gonna adjust. McDonald's is doing a $5 menu. I know that or $5 meal offering, is it? I read the news blurb. Speaking of news blurbs, Food Dive. I love the food industry and consumer packaged goods, things like that. But Kraft Heinz is partnering with Girl Scouts because they're gonna have the Thin Mint Jello. It's gonna be Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie Jello and coconut caramel something Jello. I don't eat that one, but yeah, John, automation's coming. It has to. And this is one of the unfortunate things of businesses like McDonald's. Were a great place for people to come in and learn the ropes, learn the skill of showing up on time, seeing a business run a little bit from behind the counter and the inside. But yeah, the more people want to get a lot more money for just very remedial, low-level skills. that money has to come from somewhere, right? Labor is a cost to the business. So, it's just the way it goes. I know, there it is. I'm seeing it, Greg. Oh, Dividend Obsession. That's my guy, Troy, right? So how's he doing? I've lost touch with him. It's a crazy thing. We talk with so many people here and there's so much going on. So yeah, Greg, I know I'm going to skip by them. All I'll say is I know I share it. I'm so sorry. It bothers me. It bothers me. So Matt, I heard of one of those different. Do you know why there was 8 different CEOs in 5 years? That is crazy. A lot of people, Matt, feel this way that BTI is indeed better, and it's more globally diversified. Where Altria is predominantly in the United States. They have little bits of exposure globally, but yeah, dude, this bothers me. I'm like, why didn't I? I'll get better. We're learning here. I'm learning the ropes. It'll be better. So I do appreciate you guys sticking through this for me. Yeah. I see it. I knew it was coming. I have never bought VYM unless you were talking with somebody else. I would love to see that. Maybe you guys are talking, but I haven't bought it. It's solid though, from what I understand. Good mix. Tell us why you just had to sell ammo. Do you mean Altria? I'm not sure what you're talking about. But yeah, post that again, Be Still. I want to. Oh, there we go. You corrected. Duh. If I would have just read the next comment, right? Yeah, so Altria, I kind of went through it, and essentially, I guess first and foremost is that my wife and I both feel that they have a product that harms the end user. And I know a lot of people are like, well, Lockheed Martin, you invest in Lockheed Martin, they blow people up. Well, yeah, but it's a defense contractor. And if an aggressor country is attacking you, like, hey, Russia, whatever, you can use their product to defend yourself. I'm not sure how that doesn't really work with cigarettes and tobacco. So we believe that because it harms the end user, it's something we don't want to invest outright in. Cigarette sales are declining. Altria is shifting from here. You want to see? Let me bring this up. I will show you guys exactly what they are doing here. Can I draw that out anymore? Let me share this really quick here. Look at Altria on their main page here. Here. Look at. I'll refresh it. So as soon as you go onto their page, they're moving beyond smoking, a new direction. And what is it? From tobacco company to tobacco harm reduction company. And if you click investors, I think it's at a glance right here. Our vision is to responsibly lead the transition of adult smokers to a smoke-free future. Okay? So they're admittedly saying we want a smoke-free future for our users of our product. So smokable tobacco makes up 90% of Altria's revenue, about 90%. Cigarette sales, smokable tobacco sales are declining. And I don't know if their next generation products are going to be able to fill that massive gap. That's their whole business that they're shifting away from. So I don't think they're ever going to go out of business. But if you don't have sales rising up and to the right constantly and consistently, I should say, not constantly, but consistently, then that profitability inside the business, the financial engineering, which is great, all-star management. But if you have less and less money coming in the door, that's only going to work for so long, like buying back shares and, doing different things like that. So those are some of the quick reasons why we decided to sell. Plus, it's really the last 10 years been underperforming even the S&P 500. I know we don't always want to use S&P as a benchmark, but yeah, Jim, there you go. You dropped 6 shares of Lowe's, so we will see that. What they do, we'll see what they do. Guy, you did buy those shares of Target. I did too, and I sold them to buy more Nexstar, which it's confusing me. And I'm constantly questioning myself because, right, like Peter Lynch said, if you buy a stock, just because the price goes up doesn't mean you're right. And just because the price goes down doesn't mean you're wrong. All that it means is that people wanted to sell. They were more motivated to sell or more motivated to buy. And that doesn't mean that you were right or wrong in your thesis. So that's kind of why you got to have your own thesis. So anyway, it makes me question. I sold a bunch of my target to buy more Nexstar when they dropped to the 130s. But I mean, they've been pushing 180. They flirt there. Nexstar doesn't have a lot of shares outstanding, so that's why there's like really big fluctuations in their share price because they're down to 100 some million shares outstanding. I think they've. Oh, let's take a peek for my own. If you'll allow me to be self-indulgent for a moment, Guy, when I hide you, and you're still buying Visa. Oh, good one. Actually, my Altria shares, because now I'm going to have, $4,400. I'd love to just buy all Visa, but I think it's a little overvalued still. But I've been saying that forever, and maybe I'll never learn. So what we're going to look at, oh yes, I'm going to show you that it essentially looks to me like Nexstar is taking themselves private. And yeah, they've raised their dividend 25% every year at least 25% every year in the last 10 years. If you don't believe me, there it is right there. The last 10-year CAGR, 27%. 5 years, 29%. Latest, 25%. This won't turn into a full-blown, analysis and look-see of NXST, but I mean, their PE, the forward PE is 6.6. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Everybody thinks they're going to go out of business, but they're solid. And, I could be wrong here. We'll find out, but yeah, and it's like, oh no, look at their free cash flow payout ratio up to 32%. It's so low. What are we looking for here? Oh yeah, their shares outstanding. Boy, I was way off. Shows what I know about the company I own. 35 million shares outstanding. And they've been buying back more. So effectively, it's almost like they're taking themselves private. So I think it's going to be a while, but the market may realize that they're way undervalued. But lastly, this is the one bugaboo. And if you listen to their earnings call, they want to start paying down the debt, not as aggressively. They feel they can handle it because they bring in so much cash. But yeah, the net debt, 75%. And the interest coverage ratio, I'd love to see this over 5. That 1.90, I'm not very comfortable with. So either way, this will be a learning lesson for me, for you, for all of us, because I'll be sharing it. Do you have a ticker for that, Danish Maersk? I know that's the container, right? The shipping container. Frank, nicely done. Nicely done, number one. You closed 3M at a 14% realized gain. So that's your dividends. Oh, wait, loss. You lost 5%? Is that right? Yeah, Matt, 5% menu or $5 menu at McDonald's. I know that a lot of the franchisees weren't happy about that, right? Because McDonald's they have a segment of corporate-owned stores and then all the franchisees. Yeah, Shamir, you're my boots on the ground guy for Mickey D's. I haven't been to one since Vegas, and it's because we were in a hurry. Because yours truly likes to wait till the last minute. We needed to get to the Punk Rock Museum because we had tickets at a certain time, so we had about 10 minutes to eat lunch, and I was like, all right, I guess we're gonna have to go to McDonald's. Yeah, Reese, dude, I will drink to that. Yeah, being the fry guy at McDonald's was never meant to be a full-time job to support a family of 4 on, it may get to the point in the future where, I know I should mention this, but it made me remind of, I heard a conversation on a podcast where they were talking about candy.ai, where you can pay money and select or build your virtual boyfriend or girlfriend and have a virtual relationship with these things that look pretty damn human. It's pretty impressive, and I guess they can even give you a phone call and you can talk on the phone with AI. Hey, whatever. It's consensual. It's your money. You want to do it? Go ahead. But it looked pretty convincing. So go look it up sometime. Candy.ai. It's you won't get in trouble for it, but it's Wesley Willis. I have not listened to Wesley Willis. Rock and Roll McDonald's. What is that? I'm intrigued. There's a Rock and Roll McDonald's in Chicago, or it used to be. Oh, dude, really, really good. Have they? They've been on my watch list. Check this out, Guy. Check this out. Guy, you bring me up some good ideas. Oh my God, I'm going to get so behind here. But I want to show you. I have a watch list I built a partial one. I have 2 watch lists that I built on Simply Safe, and in one of them, of course, I haven't looked at it in like a week. Here, my quality watch list, I call it. And all I did was when these came on my radar, I just put 1 share at the price of when I noticed it, and zoom out a little bit. So I got 37 in there. Now these are ones I'm going to go through more and vet and try and eliminate. I want to look for, I see some commercials here. I want to look for reasons to say no to some of these on the watch list here. And these are what look to me, they have the hallmarks of quality businesses. But on these, so yeah, I don't own any of these. This is just my watch list. And I think I had MSCI in here. There it is, MSCI. And did they get, no, they're still up 6.3%. I thought you said they got obliterated, man. You made me, but look at that. When I put them on the watch list, they were at $475. They're at 503 right now, or 505. We can read. So yeah, this is my watch list, but yeah, MSCI was on there. So I've got a lot of interesting ones that I need to go through. And I did have another one of a sheet that I did. There we go. Zoetis from Mr. Ryan Williams. No, not ZTO. What is ZTO? I think I messed up. I don't think ZTO is supposed to be on there because I don't know what that is. I think it was supposed to be Zoetis. Yeah, I think I screwed up. Anyway, so MSCI, very good looking company, and they don't look obliterated to me. What do I think about EPRT? What's their market cap? I don't know if they could. Yeah, that might be here. Let me see. I'm not gonna bring you guys along to the land of Simply Safe. 4.83 billion. That's in their wheelhouse. What's O up to these days? So that's, we'll call it 5 billion. Yeah, O's at 48 billion. So they certainly could buy them. I don't know if they would, maybe, but yeah, EPRT, they looked solid. They were one of the ones that I thought about buying, and I could totally see that. You know, Realty Income's trying to move the needle, and it's a lot harder to do that. Joe, what's going on, Joe? Nice to see you. Yeah, the Brazilian government. I do remember talking to Matt about that. All right, I'm going to get kind of going quick here to get caught up to you guys in real time. Ah, come on, Reese. Be nice. Be nice. The dividend diplomats, they buy VYM. You know, we're all just trying here. We're all just trying. Yeah. You know, Guy, it's that mentality, right? There's victim mentality, and then there's people that will do. And if you want something, do something different. There's a lot of people, and that's why I've learned to never have the victim mentality, because it means I don't have any control over where I'm going. And I damn well tell you, as I sit here, I have control over where I'm going. And I realize everything I have around me, from the moment I wake up, everything I see, where I'm going to work, all this is because of every decision that I've made. And actually, it's the cumulative decision that every decision my wife and I have made together, because we're a couple, right? So it's not comfortable to say, hey, there's some parts of my house that probably need some fixing up, and we keep putting it off. That's on me. That's on me. You know, if I don't have a better job, that's on me. You know, you don't have to be lonely. You can go to farmersonly.com, but you also don't have to keep working wherever it is you are working at. If you don't enjoy it, if you're miserable, quit. Find something that makes you happy. Do that. Not financial or life investment advice, right? I should preface it and make a shirt that says that. Ex-President Bolsonaro in Brazil fired. And you know what? That's one of the points and one of the issues I have, where I've told you, Matt, where I don't feel comfortable investing in Petrobras, because I don't understand fully the structure. The company, that's not what I want to say. the way the country interacts with the company, I think is what my brain was trying to get out at you. So it's trading like the devil you do know for the devil you absolutely don't know or know very little about. So that's one of the thing. Yeah, Reese, and that's one of the. I think it's good because if more people are using nicotine healthier, more healthily, that's good. But what does that do for Altria as a business? And that's I don't know, that we got out. I'd rather put that money into something that sucks for us because businesses, they're going to do something. They're going to either leave or just go fully online, or we'll see. I don't know, but they're not going to stand for it. I mean, a little bit here or there, but yeah, I read about locally here in Chicago. There's a tools warehouse that I think in the span of something stupid like 4 or 5 weeks, I think it was robbed 6 or 7 times, and one of it was 2 or 3 times in the same week. And the owner said, it's really pushing me, and it's going to get to the point where I just sell everything, close up, and go find a beach somewhere, and I'm done. So, it's unfortunate, but there's no easy answer either. I mean, what's funny about them? I think Lanny and I are both 6'4". We're probably about the same build. Yours truly here. I'm 6'4", about 183 pounds or so. I think Lanny's similar, so it's easy, Of course, I'm a little bit more handsome than him. That's not even debatable. You know what you know. I don't know. It's all subjective, right? The eye is in the beer holder. Weird. John, I don't know if we'll ever see retail die. Just in certain areas. Certain areas, maybe. I don't know. They might fortress some stores, and you're just going to have to order on an app or something, and then somebody will bring it to push your order through a little slot. You don't get to go in the store anymore, unfortunately, but they'll figure it out, man. They'll figure it out. Oh, Andy, I passed you up. What's up, man? Buying BTI, I smoke is my choice. Don't have a problem owning it. And you know what, man? I'm very libertarian in that way. Dude, it's your body. It's your money. It's legal. Go ahead. I even support I want to preface carefully by saying I support illegal activities when it is between consenting adults and it does not interfere with the liberty of another person, right? Kind of, what do they say? Like the freedom of your fist ends at my nose type of thing. Like you don't have the right to hit me unless I guess there's always justification, but yeah. So I support all the illegal things that are between consenting adults, right? That don't directly harm another person. Like, that doesn't take their, what was that libertarian guy, Matt Kibbe? It was like, don't hurt people and don't take their stuff. So if it's between consent, and I won't even say hurt people because now you guys got me on a tangent here. Hey, some people, BDSM, they're into it. They pay money to be hurt. They pay good hard-earned dollars to be hurt and caused pain. So yeah, but dude, that's up to you, man. And I support that. Yeah, vapes and cigarettes are poison, do better. Well, I think so. But you know what? I don't want to make anyone feel bad. I mean, it's just, look at this guy rolls in again late. It's time. When Ryan Williams comes in, it's time to start getting caught up. I've never heard of Wesley Willis. Is he old? What if you get into an argument with your AI girlfriend? Well, just get another one, I guess. I don't know. They can... Oh, well, cheers, man. Thank you. I got it out finally. I know I talked about Hero watching them use Iheezo. Hey, who needs a horror movie? Just on YouTube, it was an eye doctor, and he was demonstrating the use of Iheezo, which is a Hero Incorporated product. It's a topical gel. It goes on the eye, and I think it keeps the eye numb for about 25 minutes or so between applications, which is long enough for them to cut into your eye with a scalpel. I hope you're not eating. I'm sorry. I should have said that, but I didn't expect it. I thought he was just, puts it on, asks the woman, how do you feel? I feel fine. Then he wheels her away into another room. And there they are, all of a sudden, without warning, the dude's got a scalpel and he's cutting into her eyeball. And I'm just like, oh my God. I can't watch it. And he asks her, it probably feels a little funny. How is you doing? She's like, I'm okay. It's all right. They got the thing holding her eye open from A Clockwork Orange, the torture device. So I guess those are good for forcing somebody to watch hours of TV on end, propaganda films, or to do eye surgery. And yeah, it's just, that blows my mind how the dude's just cutting into her eye with a scalpel. And she's like, yeah, do anyway. All right. I'm almost up. I'm so close to being caught up. Let me see. I like you guys talking. Look up Coke. Crazy. It's a company that bottles up Coke. Oh, I did see that. Yeah. They came across one of my radars. What's a radar? It's a radar that tracks radishes. It's called the radar. It's kind of like a metal detector, but all it can do is locate radishes underground. It wasn't a very big seller. We tried marketing it. We thought people that love radishes would like to use it. Turns out you really didn't need it, and that was some pretty bad R&D money spent. Lesson learned. That reads wrong. Manish Pabrai is a big fan of Coke. Hey, let's not go spreading any rumors about Manish. I really do enjoy him. He bought the Turkish bottler. Andy, you know what, man? You'll quit when you want to quit, and if you want to quit. One of the guys I work with, I actually worked today, Sunday morning, at a post office in Chicago, down there in Chicago. And the guy I work with, about 6-7 years older than me, smokes like a chimney. He's been smoking, he said, since he was a teenager. He's like, well, I'm not going to quit now. I'm like, but you might live like another 30 or 40 years, He's like, well, I got to go sometime. All right, well, there you go. That's your job. Leggett and SCHD, yeah, that's going to be gone. The rebalancing isn't it every quarter? But they do, Craig, if you're here. So the rebalancing is once a year, but yeah, it's what happens. Dude, you didn't know? Come on. Let's see if I can... How do you not know this, Matt? Or who are you? No, Reese, Matt. I get you and Matt confused. Yeah, right here, ma'am. I wonder who owns FarmersOnly.com. Yeah, it was the song. You never heard that song? Am I the only one? So FarmersOnly.com. City folks just don't get it. You get it? If you're from the city, you don't get it. Get it? Yeah, it's a triple entendre. I just left my body for a moment there. That's how deep that was. So there you go. You never know what you're going to hear on this program. It really is like a box of chocolates, Good advice. Dude, that was so far behind. You're going to have to remind me. I don't even know what the good advice was, but... the trades. Yeah, it's not easy all the time. It's not fun. But, put it this way. I don't hate it. I would say probably about, I wanted to say 75, maybe 70% of the time I don't mind it. And then the other 30%, I kind of really don't like it. So at least more often than not, I like what I do. You know what? One of the things that I love, when there's a piece of equipment, and I've been doing this for 24 years almost. In September, it'll be 24 years. Or 25. September of 99, I started doing what I'm doing. So I love it when I show up to a building and they're like, yeah, we had a competitor here a couple times. It's not right. It's hard to use this piece of equipment. It's not working right. And then I roll up with my 24 years almost of experience and knowledge, And within a few hours, dude, I have that thing working beautifully, beautifully. And when they go to use it, and I love that, they're like, oh, wow, this is just, they're like, yeah, this hasn't worked like this in years. This is great. It's like that is one of the fulfilling things, if that makes sense. So, dude, I've had other trades when we go to supply houses and things say, yeah, you guys got anyone you don't need because we're hurting here. What update was that? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, so and that's the thing too. So I still have exposure to Altria, but I just don't want to invest in it outright. Getting caught up. SMG. Oh, good one. Let's take a peek. It's been a minute. Oh, my God. Easy up there. It sounds like a foghorn going off. Those are wood chairs with the felt legs on a wood floor above me, everybody. It scared the hell out of me. What were we looking up? Oh, trivia here. Ryan Williams did SMG way back in the day. But I don't remember. There was something I didn't like about them when I looked at them way back when. It was Scott's Miracle-Gro. I think they were tied into a cannabis play. People thought they were going to be used to fertilize cannabis. But very quickly here, dividend safety score 50, borderline safe. I want to go through this really quick. They've gotten some downgrades throughout the years. Yeah, cannabis oversupply was kind of one of the things that looks like it did it. And let me see if I can see what's going on here. Looks like they cut. No, they haven't cut the dividend. They've frozen it. So there's your dividend growth. If you want to pause that. No year streak. They have paid an uninterrupted dividend for 18 years. You can see it's frozen at 66 cents a share every quarter. PE of 20.2. All right. Dividend yield pushing 4%. And yuck. Look at that free cash flow payout ratio. That's yucky. That's like jack-o'-lantern teeth right there. Yeah, we don't like to see that. Free cash flow per share. This tells me it's a cyclical business when you go negative and then you're up and then you're high and then low and then negative, then up and high. So it's a very cyclical business. Let's see. Sorry, if you wanted to pause that, whoever asked, I don't remember. Total sales. Yeah, this is one thing you kind of don't want to see is up and then down, then up, 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 and then way up, and now we're coming down. But at least they're buying back shares. Yeah, return on invested capital was really nice up until 2022. But yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, Jesus, that's 96% of net debt. It'd take you almost 6 years of EBITDA to pay off that debt. But yeah, not for me, man. Not for me. It's too, I would really have to understand what the deal is with that. Hey, Bubble Chaser, what's up? I didn't see you pop in here. Yeah, riding the Harley. Nice. Do you own any Harley Davidson stock? Ticker HOG. Hog. We would like to know that. Yeah, we're talking about retail. I think that would only affect inner city. I don't think they're going to have to do that, out in the burbs or whatnot, but it's the problem with libertarian life is they always expect the government to clean up their bad decisions. Yeah, you know what? I guess I would agree with that. Plus, things aren't going to change until they really start to win some major positions. And the problem I saw was that the libertarians always want to go right for the presidency. It's like, no, you're going to have to start with mayors and then, right, governors. Go that. Get a bunch of libertarian governors to prove that their way of doing things is good. And then maybe we'll start getting, presidential candidate. I said we, right? We. I guess it's like a subliminal. But, yeah, I don't think many people would get that Clockwork Orange reference. So, old movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it. But it was good. If only meme stocks paid a dividend. I can't think of any. Bed Bath & Beyond might have back in the day. Yeah, I don't know if they did. Told us to smoke while taking a shower. That's interesting. I don't know how that would work, but I guess maybe your boss was smoking something else other than he was smoking them jazz cigarettes, right? He was smoking them jazz cigarettes. That's why he's all goofy. By the way, that's, if you guys don't know, they called them jazz cigarettes. Marijuana was back in the... My God, I'm too late. Hey, Ryan, I was just talking about you and Cash Flow Kings. I said you guys out there did a poll. I liked that. Talking about the Yield Max funds, right? You guys had a poll going. I like that. Very nice. Very nice indeed. All right. I just swore. I can't get caught up. I'm going to blow by you guys quick here so we can talk live for a minute. I love it that you guys are talking to each other. And Stan's answering a few questions. Ryan's talking about SMG here. That it's, yeah, the company's financials were not great. John, dude, I'm so sorry. MAA looks pretty solid. I will... Email me. I'll send you screenshots of what Simply Safe has. I've never dug into them deep, but they do look solid. SCHD versus VIG. If you guys want to share thoughts on that, they're similar, right? They're similar. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I love to see that, supporting your brands. And right, I mean, any brand where you would have people tattoo that brand onto their body, that's a pretty impressive. I don't see people tattooing Procter & Gamble or Coca-Cola on their body. All right, I did it. Oh my God, I got caught up with y'all. Church and Dwight. Oh. Yeah, dude, I'm caught up. I'm almost caught up here, but I know, right? It's a tough thing. 'Cause I talk about this with Ryan, and I say, like, man, I want to have like such an in-depth conversation with every comment, and you just can't, because then it's stupid. If I ask a question or somebody asks a question, it's like, okay, well, just hang on for another 45 minutes and I'll get to your question. And it's like, that's boring, you know. I like to give real time things, but Maersk CPH. Let me see if that comes up. Maybe I'll show John real quick. I can't get Maersk up here. MAERS. I'm not seeing it. So because I'm not seeing it, for you, John, because you are one of the loyal people, you're one of the loyal you people. Here we go. For you, John, if I can do this right. Yeah, dividend safety score of 99. So they do REITs, I think of mostly apartments, luxury apartments, I believe. 4.27% yield. Again, John, I'll go through this quick, and you can pause any of this if you want to see. They reaffirmed May 16th of 2024, which was a couple days ago, right? What do we got here? May 19th. Dividend growth, there you go. Slowing down the last 20 years, but 5% they raised it December of 23, 13-year growth streak. They pay that quarterly, that dividend. They're looking at a good spot actually right now. We won't have time for an intrinsic value, but that yield of 4.25%, and the price that adjusted funds from operations is kind of like the earnings per share for a REIT. We look at AFFO payout ratio instead, but yeah, low. I'm sure everything's going to be good with them. Yeah, AFFO per share is mostly up and to the right, keeps getting higher. So, John, I probably wouldn't feel too bad. I would strongly recommend reading through the 10K, seeing what management has to say, looking through all of that for yourself. But yeah, sales up, and they don't even dilute shares, really not a lot. That's very, very slight. They might have did a big acquisition back here in 2017 to almost double the shares outstanding. Not quite double. So Yeah, I mean, they look solid, man. I'm not really seeing anything to their debt's even low. They got nice interest coverage ratio. And I just from what we looked at here, I would give a thumbs up, John. So there you go. You, the days of Zim. Oh, were they ever a meme stock? Or meme stock? You could tell it's getting late, man, right? When, when the marbles in the mouth start coming out. Oh, a Starbucks tattoo. You know somebody somewhere's gotten it. I've seen some of the dumbest tattoos. People get tattoos just to show them. I mean, on social media. Why not get a fake one? Just have AI do it. Yeah, what would you guys get a tattoo of? You know, would you ever get a company tattoo? That's a great question. Would any of you get a company's tattoo? I'm sure Coca-Cola's been done. You know, maybe somebody really likes Doritos or Mountain Dew or something like that. But Shamir, I agree. Matt, I agree. As I said in the podcast, man, I drove past in Arlington Heights, Illinois. I drove past the Starbucks. It was in a Juul's parking lot, and there was maybe a dozen cars in line, just starting to snake through the parking lot. And I just was thinking, like, why would you do that? Why would you sit in your car, burning gas, waiting to get this overpriced coffee? But, you know, hey, and I said millions of people do it every day all over the world. And as long as they keep doing that, I will keep being an investor. So, oh, Ryan, Ryan, fat, right? Check this out. I don't remember what they own. You just in and out, right? I think you can invest in them. Let's see who they own. So Fat Brands makes me think of Fat Mike over at oh, they do pay a dividend. Check this out, everybody. Fat Brands reminds me of Fat Records, one of my punk heroes, Fat Mike. Anyway, this is not him, but Fat Brands with a fat 10.32% yield at $5 a share, almost a penny stock. But they own, what do we own here? Fat Brands, Round Table Pizza, Marble Slab Creamery, Great American Cookies, Hot Dog on a Stick, Pretzel Maker, Fazoli's Fat Burger. They own Johnny Rockets, Elevation Burger, Yaya Mediterranean, Buffalo's Cafe, Hurricane Grill and Wings, Ponderosa Steakhouse, Bonanza Steak. My God. Native Grill, Smoky Bones, and Twin Peaks. Shout out. There's a Twin Peaks over here. I thought they might have owned In-N-Out. I'm sure you're all over that, Ryan, that you would have invested. But there you go, everybody. Fat Brands. They're a subsidiary of Fog Cutter Holdings, LLC. So there you go. If you want to invest and know you own Fat Burger, Johnny Rockets, or Twin Peaks, shout out if you've ever been to a Twin Peaks. But yeah, dividend growth, it's going to be spotty on it's been frozen. Ugh. This confuses me a little bit. Their free cash flow payout ratio has just been buckets of yuck for like ever. And they're not a profitable business. So very interesting. I don't know if the parent's chipping in money, but how are they paying a 10.3% dividend when they have negative free cash flow per share? They must be doing that. They're issuing shares, although the sales have gone up a lot. Ugh. Negative return on invested capital, 1%, 0%. Negative free cash flow margin, the net debt out the wazoo. Interest coverage ratio of almost a nickel. Ugh. Yucky. I mean, some cool brands and a fun idea, but I don't know how the hell it looks like they're paying that dividend through debt issuance and share issuance and debt as well. But all right, I'm gonna catch up to you guys. Let's see if you did. Oh yeah, dude, you know what my kids reminded me of, Ryan? So when we were headed to Fremont Street in the Uber, we were at a stoplight by one of those wedding chapels, the drive-through ones where there was people at, but there was a tattoo shop. And there must have been 10 people outside the door. And you know, I remarked to the driver, I was like, what is going on? Are they giving away free tattoos? She's like, oh no, $10 tattoos. I'm like, $10 tattoos? So apparently they have, say, you get a little heart or you get a little whatever for $10. So kudos to them because there was a lot of foot traffic. So my kids remembered that. They're like, remember in Vegas, people were getting $10 tattoos? But yeah, I don't know. I think they're overrated, but just know if you get one, it's pretty much there forever. And twin cheeks. Maybe. That might be for the ladies to go to. I don't know. Yeah, in and out is private, family owned. Well, Ryan, you can always contact the family, but Duncan went public again. That would be interesting. I know they went private not too long ago. My God, a biker gang gun battle at the Twin Peaks. Holy cow, man. My God. Yeah, this is great. I could do this all night. Maybe I'll do that one day. I'll just go for 3 or 4 hours just until I can't talk anymore. Maybe that could be a fun one to do. But for brevity's sake, and because, we got stuff to do. Oh, dude. Lawsuits, criminal. Okay. Fat burger. Stay away then. Stay away. And, okay, I wanted to see, Ryan. Have you gone to the Stage Door Casino yet, man? $3 Bud bottles in Vegas, everyone. If you're in Vegas, right by Flamingo, Stage Door Casino, it's a big quarter-pound hot dog, beef hot dog, and a Budweiser or Bud Light bottle for $3. But the beers are just $1.50 each, I think. I mean, all right, I love it. We'll just do that. We'll just do Vegas talk. I'll join Ryan or have him on. We'll all Vegas. So here you go. There you go. We'll end with you saying that next time you come, hopefully soon. Well, my kids want to go back, but we are planning a trip in June, about a year from now, beginning of June 25. She's a big Harry Potter nut. My other daughter loves Sherlock Holmes, so we're looking at going into London and then checking that out, then taking a train up to Edinburgh, Scotland, and doing a bunch of hot Harry Potter touring and just whatever's up there. And Outlander, you guys got to watch Outlander, great series on Netflix. We watch. Oh, here, this is a good one. No, dude, an hour straight? Try 3.5 hours straight. Yours truly, everybody, because I watched Mr. Beast do. I think he said a name. He either read something or said a name for, like, I don't know, 100,000 times. Jake Paul, maybe Logan Paul, he might have said 100,000 times just to get noticed. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read the name and ticker symbol of everything on the New York Stock Exchange or something. It was silly. It really adds no value, and just stuff like that it really shouldn't have done. I think I still have the video up, but there you go. Yeah, he said Logan Paul 100,000 times. So I was like, damn it. I'm going to read every ticker, I think, that pays a dividend. Maybe I did. Oh, that's what I did. Every single ticker that pays a dividend that I think is in the U.S. Anyway, it was just dumb. It took like over 3 hours, and I just did it straight through. But what we're not going to do straight through is do this, and, because I'm going to have a few drinks, and it's Sunday night. I don't drink during the week, so... Yeah, good one, man. Maybe this next week we could. I don't want to get too much into topics, but if you guys bring it up, we'll do it. We'll look at some of the senatorial stock buys. But I love all you guys and girls and people that hung out and still hanging out. The 58 of you strong. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. And I always have my guy Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman, take us out, and I really enjoyed having you, spending some of your time. Let me do that again. I really enjoyed all of you coming over, hanging out, spending some of your time with me, and I hope that you will come back next time we are live. I'll have some more words on that for you, so thank you, everybody, and enjoy the week. Let's talk soon.